All right, we are back here for more racing today here at Richmond International Raceway. This is the seventh race of the CUBECAR Cup Series season, and here I've got my co-commentator in the booth. So I'm just gonna undeafen real quick. All right, now you can introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Redninjapuffle. I'm here.
And his cube that is entered into this season is the 11, who had a pretty decent finish last week at Milwaukee. But now we're racing at Richmond, which is a little bit. It's the same amount of laps, so it'll be pretty similar to Milwaukee. But now we'll take a look at our starting grid for today's race here at Richmond. As we start with our pole sitter, who is Melee Fox in the 92. So front row is going to be Melee Fox and Chow, then Raccoon and Hee Hee Ha, the winner at Milwaukee. Then the Racer and Cole, then row 4 is Among Us and Meloetta, row 5, BV and Bloodclot, row number 6, Hubris and Dragalia Lost, row number 7, Sands Club and Omori Jr., row number 8, Trolling and Eggdog, row number 9, Lightning McQueen and Miku, row number 9, No Maidens and Shadow the Hedgehog, row number 10, Igus and Cheapmobile, row number 11, Goots and Cubendorf, row number 12, Pecorine and Dumbcat, row number 13, Pac-Mobile and Imposter, row number 14, So Retro and Jinx, row number 15, Donkey Kong and Gun, row number 16, Sanic and Doge Cube, row number 17, Fear and Squidward, row number 18, Squid Games and Bob the Builder, row number 19, Racelyn and Daisy, and rounding out the field is Omori Cube. And that is your field for today's event. There was one DNQ last week that I did forget to mention. That was No Maidens, the 31 cube, who did not qualify because there were only 40 slots at Milwaukee. So now we're just going to go ahead and get started. 200 laps. I'd say about be an hour and 20 if we have no cautions, but knowing this is Richmond, we will not go caution
Yeah,
free.
we are definitely gonna see a few wrecks.
Oh,
Also, I do like shop your stream Discord on this.
what'd you say?
The stream on Discord.
Oh, let me fix that real quick.
Yeah.
Alright, that should be good now.
Yeah.
Probably because I had to restart the game, so...
That's probably it. Yeah.
Because I had to get my ticker working, so I had to restart my game.
Yeah, that explains why it's up. Okay.
Alright, so we got the blue pace card this week. I don't think we've had that one so far this season, but we're finally getting ready to go green here at Richmond. Oh, wrong camera. Melee Fox and Chow on the front row. We are green and we are racing for 200 laps here in Virginia. Still side by side. Chow Cube loses a little bit of momentum in turn 2.
Lost a good amount of it on that turn. I think still pretty even so far.
Melee Fox gets a bit of an advantage.
That Chow Cube loses not one but 2 positions.
Yeah, Raccoon in the 45 got a very good qualifying run and was very good at Milwaukee, so expect them to be up front throughout a majority of this race. There's the Racer in the 16, who is probably their best qualifying run of the year.
Yeah, they're coming up on Raccoon. Yeah, it definitely looks like the inside line is really strong on this track.
Yeah, I remember I raced at this specific track for my first race in my online racing career, and I did pretty decent overall. But the outside line was definitely not the way to go. Running that racing line is definitely there. But look who is right behind BV. That's the 07 of Hubris, who led the most laps at Milwaukee. Was going to have the win, even though they were going to run out of fuel. And then they had that tire issue that sent them all the way to 38th.
Yeah, and that just goes to show that you can never be too comfortable with a lead. You gotta be ready for even the worst case scenario, because it can happen without any sort of warning, and Hubris was dealt an unfortunate hand on that front.
Speaking of worst case scenario, the 53 of Among Us has moved to 3rd and is now chasing down Raccoon for 2nd and potentially past Melee Fox for the lead. But Melee Fox led a good amount of laps in a race earlier this season. I believe it was Atlanta. No, it was not Atlanta, it was Vegas, but Melee Fox had a pretty strong race earlier this season.
Yeah, but I think might be one of the best racers this season.
Hubris has already moved up into the top 5. You can tell that Cube is strong at short tracks just by how fast they've been so far.
Yeah, they are. They are definitely zooming.
How about Sands Club in the 21 with a good run early on? Sands Club has had a pretty disappointing season so far, but that 21 is booking it today. And there's Chow Cube, who started second, faded all the way back to 8th, and is now battling BV for that position. There's Trolling.
Stuck at the outside against McQueen.
There's Trolling and Lightning McQueen. McQueen actually having his best run of the season so far. A 3-time winner in the series. Hadn't had all that good of luck this season so far, but is now doing pretty decent here at Richmond.
Yeah, the only reason I think like Trolling is staying ahead is because he gets the draft behind him.
There's the 5, the winner at Milwaukee, and the 20, the winner at Atlanta the previous week before that. And now, these two still battling it out. BV and Chow Cube side by side. And once again, Chow Cube's going to lose some spots in the outside lane.
Chow Cube's just not having a good day.
Among Us has moved to second. Has passed Raccoon. Now Hubris goes to the top line. That leaves some room for Sands Club to catch up. But Sands Club will not get that position.
Not yet, anyway.
Are they catching up to lap cars already? Oh, no, they're not. I was about to say that was very fast.
Yeah, they not that fast.
Now Chow Cube continuing to lose more spots to McQueen. There's no Maidens in the 31 who DNQ'd last week, being under fire from the 19 of August. There's Meloetta in the 7. Well, it's actually a 70, but it's a 7 actually in this. But with an error on my part. But they ran pretty good. They was the best running Cube that made their debut last week. Or not really last week, but last race at Milwaukee, and now they're running pretty good here. There's Me Cube, another Cube that made their debut at Milwaukee. And Shadow the Hedgehog is right here in 27, so has lost some spots since the start. Oh, that's the camera button. There we go. We'll go back to this.
Next you go.
Meanwhile, back up front, Melee Fox still has a pretty decent lead ahead of the rest of the field.
Yeah, he do be zooming. It seems like another one of his days. But I mean, it's Melee Fox. He is fast.
Just turn down my phone volume real quick. Gamble your life away. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And now Hubris moving their way back up through the field once again, passing the Racer, the 16, who is locked into the chase after winning at Daytona. After that, hasn't had some pretty good runs, but here at Milwaukee could be a good chance to turn that season around. As I say that, as Sands Club is now giving them a hard time.
Yeah. And BV is coming up too.
Yeah, 66 of BV.
Yeah, and especially the same time of BV. Yeah, they're drafting off each other, and Trolley's coming by. The Racers just get stuck on the outside line. If you're stuck on there, you're basically screwed.
Yep.
So you just gotta hope that there's an opening somewhere for you to enter that inside line. Because if there's not, you're just gonna lose a lot of positions. If
Oh
you don't
wow,
have
Chow Cube has fallen all the way to
Chow.
17th. Has now just gotten passed by Miku and just cannot get a break on that outside lane. Is now getting passed by So Retro in the 08. And then Pecorine in the 18. That second place qualifying position is probably fading away very, very fast. That's how another Cube was. I believe it was the 97 at Pac-Mobile, because he qualified good, faded back, but then came back to get a top 10. So there's Donkey Kong.
We have 200 laps, so we have a lot of time for racers to.
A couple other Cubes that have fallen back include Omori Jr., Sheepmobile, and Bloodclot. They have fallen off significantly since the start of this race. Omori Jr. started in the top 5. Bloodclot started in the top 10, and Sheepmobile started in the top 20, so they've all probably gotten stuck on the top lane.
Yeah, that top lane is pretty deadly this track.
Meloetta giving Mo Maidens a hard time here in turns 3 and 4, with Cole in the 28 right behind.
Oof.
There's Hee looking to bring it up to make it 2 wins in a row at short tracks. Especially with Short Track Fever being the next few races. After this will be Bristol, and then, actually no, next will be Martinsville, then Bristol. Then we go to the 2.5 mile super speedway Talladega, and then we go back to our short track with Dover.
I wonder how many wrecks we're going to have at Martinsville.
A lot. Let's be real, we're going to have a lot. Because I did some
I
testing.
want to tally at the end of the race to see how many wrecks or yellow flags get shown throughout the entirety of that race.
I did some testing at Martinsville with another series I was doing, the 2017 Cup Series season, and there were 15 cautions.
Dear God.
Yeah, it was very slow. But that was the
Alright.
same distance as the CUBECAR cubes will be running there, so who knows if that'll actually be the same. But yeah, they are not very good at Martinsville. Oh, wow. Milliwooda just putting lots of pressure under several cubes today. Gets past... Oh, we got an alert on the thing. Problems for the 92. That's our leader. Another race where the leader has an issue. Melee Fox on pit road.
What did I just say?
Yeah,
earlier
you
about
just
hubris?
said
You
at the start
cannot-
of the race, you cannot be in the lead for too long without having an issue. Wheel 3, I believe that's the left
You have
rear.
to be cautious of literally everything. Anything bad happening, and Melee Fox did not think that was gonna happen.
The exact same issue that happened to Hubris at Milwaukee, but now it was way earlier, and now the 53 of Among Us is going to take the lead away. Already with some drama here at Richmond, but a tire went down on the 92, forcing him to pit, and look who's in second.
Hubris.
Oh, I might need to plug in my phone. Hold on. Actually, you know what? I'll do that later. Or I'll just... Because I'm using my phone for YouTube chat.
Yeah.
Frontrunner curse? Yeah, exactly. We had 2 frontrunners last race have issues, but now the 92's on pit road. Let me pull up the
and
ticker.
Raccoon's going up for the pass against Hubris.
Yeah, Raccoon hasn't had all too much of a good season this year, but at the short tracks, they've shown some good speed, except after getting wrecked at Milwaukee under yellow, but finished 11th at...
And they're gonna get the pass through.
Finished 11th at Milwaukee after getting wrecked, and now looking to take the lead away from the 53 of Among Us. Lead some laps, get those 5 bonus points. Here comes Beavy in the 66, showing a good speed again.
Hey, they're threatening Hubris.
Yep. Actually unplug my Xbox controller so I can plug in my phone.
Alright.
Because they use the same connector. There we go. That wasn't too bad.
Alright.
Oh shit. Yeah,
What'd you do?
The storage thing came up on my the storage window came up on my computer because I plugged in my phone because it recognizes a storage device.
Whoops.
Oh well.
Hubris is holding off BB so far. But
Let's go to the spectator cam real quick. Get a good bullseye view of everything real quick, although you can't really see much of the field.
Yeah, I can't really see him all the stuff in the middle.
The action cam. But you can definitely see some action going on back here in the top 10 as Hee-Hee-Haw and the Racer are battling for position, I believe.
And Racer are taking...
Actually, no, Meloetta is the last cube in the top 10 right now, followed by No Maidens in 11th and Igus in 12th. Cole has jumped up to 13th, and there's Miku in 14th with a good showing so far.
Yaoku looking for an opportunity here.
Yeah, Chowcube is just looking to stay in the bottom lane. Chowcube cannot have any more positions lost, as they have not led a lap so far this race, and they need those 5 bonus points, especially with... They started really good early in the season, got a top 5 at Daytona, but now they have just fallen off like a rock.
They just did not have good races following that.
Can this Xbox controller stop searching for a thing? Shut up. There we go. We fixed it. Alright. Oh, there's No Maidens going for a position on the Racer, and looks like Hee-Hee-Haw on the 5 is trying to get past McQueen. Oh, wow, and McQueen just did not care whatsoever about that position.
He lost a lot of speed, especially on that turn. I think he was wanting to go to give it up so he could find an opening back into the bottom lane, but he has not found one because Meloetta just took it right under his nose.
Meloetta's going to get that spot as well. No Maidens might go for a run. Actually, no, McQueen's going to slot in line. Yes, he will. He will be clear this time by. Up front, the lead stays the same, but the leaders are running down the 53 of Among Us, who hasn't led the most laps so far, but meanwhile, Melee Fox is still 1 lap down, so if a caution comes out, that might benefit them quite a bit, because they'll be restarting. Oh, we got another alert. Oh, the 42, that's Jinx, an engine failure on the 42, smoking on the front stretch.
Is that
oh, they're spinning. That might bring out the caution. That might bring out the yellow. No.
Yeah, they hit the freaking wall. They trying to head into pit road.
They hit the banking, but no. Oh, there is a yellow, so caution is out for the first time today for Jinx losing an engine.
Everyone's gonna get caught up now.
Oh, they really got to check up because of the pace car. They got to get behind the pace car. But yeah, you knew things were going to get hairy when the 42 had to stop on the track, but now they got to wait for the pace car to come around.
Yep, and now everyone's slotting into positions, trying to get a good slot in.
Oh, Donkey Kong! Something happened to Donkey Kong back there.
What happened to him?
Oh, the
Dude,
98 smoking too. I think they had a checkup in the back. We'll have to rewind and see what happened.
Yeah, I think they
He
might have
got
got turned. Yeah.
turned. No, he blew up. He just blew
Oh,
up. He blew up too.
Yeah, he just blew up.
What is going on? This race has already started and it's wild as hell.
Cursed. This track is actually cursed. What the hell?
All the weird shit happened at Milwaukee towards the end. All the weird shit here is happening at the beginning. So trouble for Donkey Kong, who is currently above the playoffs cut line. Even though that's not really relevant right now, that's still not exactly what that team needs. But Jinx is on pit lane, probably going to DNF because that was a .9.
Yeah, I think that's game over for them, man.
.9 and Donkey Kong as well. So those two will definitely have issues. Actually, we're going to have to look at the pit road cam to see who comes off pit lane first. And there goes Melee Fox, who will get their lap back because they pitted earlier on. Only in Virginia,
honestly,
bro. He did not expand.
He could not expand.
Sounds like they're coming off of pit road now. Yeah, engine camshaft, and there goes Raccoon is first off of pit road, followed by Hubris and Trolling. And then Hee Haw is 5th, McQueen is 6th, so it looks like Among Us had a bad pit stop, then No Maidens, then So Retro is actually in the top 10 now. Wow, So Retro was 27th at the start of pit road, and actually I think he may have taken 2 tires. Maybe so. All of them took tires, but some of them took fuel as well. So Retro must have taken.
I think some of them, after seeing what happened to earlier to some of the cars, were like, yeah, I ain't risking that.
Also, I'm looking at the ticker on my other monitor, and Jinx is out of the race for accident damage, which is not true. They just had an engine. Well, probably because they hit the banking, but who knows?
Yeah, I think that like sealed it. I think that like they hit. I think they were trying to go into pit road. But as they did so, they hit the wall. So they
they didn't hit the wall, but they did hit the banking, and that's what caused them to slow up.
Yeah, and that pretty much cost them the whole race.
Now Raccoon will lead the race for the first time today, get those 5 bonus points, and Hubris will now be in 2nd, then Trolling 3rd, Hee Haw 4th, looking to bring it to be 2 wins in a row. Then McQueen, No Maidens, So Retro, the Racer 8th, Cole is in the top 10 with 9th, and then Igus is rounding out the top 10 and 10th, then Sans Club, Pecorine, Eggdog, Miku is 4th, and Chow Cube is blown up too! What is going on? I mean, that cube was already pretty slow, but geez, that's only a 0.4, so they may be able to continue, but oh my god.
Yeah, like, I think we said it earlier.
What the hell is going on?
This track is actually cursed. There is no other
They put something on the track that made everyone slow.
Who messed with the track before the game?
What is going on? Wait, is Miku on pit road too? No, Miku is slow too.
What the frick?
Miku has a tire down. Oh, what is going on?
What? Why is it when I go home all this happen?
Richmond is cursed. Oh, and there goes Melee Fox. Oh yeah, Melee Fox is lining up on the inside lane because they're still 1 lap down. So if we get another yellow flag and Melee Fox is ahead of the leader, then Melee Fox will get their lap back. What is... Yeah, the Cars 2 plot is back. Someone's shooting the cars with a ray gun from atop of the spotter stand. But Miku is now on pit road. I believe... Yeah, the other cube... So Chow Cube is done. Engine header, that's the listed reason why they're out. Donkey Kong is actually back on track, I think. Or maybe not. Maybe they DNF'd as well. But yeah, Donkey Kong is not... His ass is not showing up.
Yeah,
we got another alert. Oh no, that's just Miku coming off pit road. But now we're back to green.
Actually, Melee Fox is gonna slow down Raccoon because he's taking that inside line, and Trolling's
taking the inside line. Miku's coming back on the track. Oh, never mind. We're all good. I thought Miku was about to LePage the field there, but Melee Fox is gonna be ahead of the leaders, but he's still a lap down, so he has to go all the way back through the field to try and get back up to our leaders and get some spots. Or he has to wait for another caution to come out. But now Trolling is your new leader. He will lead a lap for the first time this race, followed by the 5. And there's the 95 of McQueen right behind Hee Haw. But this battle right here is definitely... I think Raccoon's way better on the outside line than everyone else because he got a big run in turns 3 and 4 on that outside line.
Yeah, I think he's overall doing a lot better, which is nice to see given how poorly he's placed in the previous track races until we got to the short track, where he started to do really well.
Our current fastest lap is a 21.9 by Beavy, the 66, who actually had a pretty bad pit stop. They're way back in 29th.
Jeez, that's quite a fall. I thought they were like top 10.
They
Well,
must
maybe
have
not
had a
top
huge
10.
issue.
Yeah. Kiki Kaha is closing in on a Raccoon.
But you've got two past winners. You've got Controlling, who won at Phoenix in season 2. Then you've got Hiha, who won last race. Then McQueen, who's won at Rockingham, Atlanta, and Pigs Creek. And then you've got the Racer, who won at Daytona. Hubris, who won at Vegas. And then Igus, who won at Fontana in season 2. And then some cubes who have not won races up here. There's Cubendorf. We did not talk about Cubendorf at all. They've made up a bunch of positions.
Cubendorf has kind of been there as a racer.
Basically,
like, sometimes I see him. Like, you actually sometimes might see him up at the front.
Also, 4 and 20. 4 and 20 right next to each other.
Oh, yeah, we got 420. There we go, Chad. Laugh.
Oh, Shadow the Hedgehog making a run for the top 10 right now. Getting help from technically a teammate because they have the same number font, but not really. But No Maidens is going to help push Shadow to a top 10 position. Meanwhile, Trolling still leads, but Melee Fox is actually faster than our leaders right now. So if Melee Fox gets a yellow flag, then he might be able to catch up a lot faster. But
Yeah,
he has to pit sooner. He's on a different cycle, so he's the pit sooner than everyone else.
Yeah, but I think overall Melee Fox really wants to get back to the game.
Oh, absolutely.
Considering he was doing really well early in the race before that accident.
All he needs is a caution. Actually, Miku is back on track too, but Miku is also one lap down. Also, Meluetta lost a lot of spots on pit road. Now it's 31st. So did Among Us is way back in 35th or 36th now because Omori Senior passed them.
Jeez, they did not have a good pit road.
They must have had issues on pit stops. Oh yeah, Beevy's back in 25th. Yeah, a lot of these cubes are having issues. Pac-Mobile lost some spots. Sands Club lost some spots. So did Dragalia lost. But then you got those who gained, like Cubendorf and Sanic, Cole, No Maiden, Shadow. A bunch of these cubes who gained spots off of pit road.
Rolling's trying to defend Raccoon. Fend off Coon.
Raccoon gained a lot of momentum in turns 3 and 4. Is going to get almost right on the back bumper of the 33. But actually, if you think about it, the 33 of Trolling, the 3 of Shadow, and the 31 of No Maidens are all technically teammates because they have the same number font. But I'm not going to call them teammates because it's funny, and we already have designated teams. Raccoon still gaining some momentum.
He's right on that bumper. He's gonna take a look. You gotta going for the pass.
No,
not this turn.
Blocked.
Not this turn.
Nope. And then Huber's still in the top 5. I guess actually moved up to 7th, and McQueen has fallen back to 6th. And now the Racer has found some speed again and is now back in 4th.
Good for him.
But I believe the 66 of Beavy is making their way through the field right now, as they have passed Goots, as I can tell on my other monitor. Yes, they have, and now they're making a run on your cube right now.
Yeah, and I think they're about to get... Oh, no, not the pass.
Pac-Mobile trying to make a run on Sands Club, but Sands Club still defending. You've got this little group of cubes right here, the 20, 25, and the 4.
Sands Club's looking to join them.
It's Sanic and Shadow. This is just Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah, look guys, it's Sonic Adventure 2.
I found you, faker.
Faker? I think you're the fake CUBECAR here. You're comparing yourself to me? Ah, you're not even good enough to be my fake. I'll make you eat those words.
I'll make you eat those words. But Sanic will actually be the winner of that exchange, and Shadow will fall behind a little bit. Now he's trying to go for Cole and No Maidens.
Yeah, oh, we have a group of 4 up there, yeah.
And now there's the Racer trying to go for 2nd. Actually, it's past Raccoon. Raccoon has actually fallen to 4th.
Oh,
and now Hihiha's now fallen to 3rd. Oh, it must have gotten stuck on the outside lane.
Oh, yeah, that's probably what happened.
It looks like Hubris is going to get a spot 2 off of this as well.
Yeah, it looks like Hihiha is also going to set up the same fate Coon just did.
Patrolling keeps running the bottom lane, which is why they're doing so good in the lead right now. But the Racer is actually pretty fast.
Yeah, they are not letting anyone taking that bottom lane. which good call on them because that pretty much is going to be the only way they're going to maintain that lead.
The Racer is actually running faster lap times than Trolling right now, so we might actually have a pass for the lead coming up soon. And Melee Fox is running faster lap times than both of them.
Which is insane considering. But I think it makes sense for the fact that he's really trying his best here. He was doing so good.
Yeah, he technically sat on pole, so it makes perfect sense that the 92 is fast enough to try and make his way all the way back to the last place in the pack right now, which is 13 to Fear. And Hubris has passed for third and is now trying to find some speed to get up to lead. There's McQueen in fifth. He has fallen to sixth and now is under fire from the 19 of Igus. And there's So Retro in eighth.
A lot of passes here this race.
Yeah, Sanic is now still in the top 10. Cole and Pecorine are battling them out. Yeah, this track is really competitive.
Yeah, I think it's mainly about gaining the inside lane
and getting a good run in the corners, getting a better advantage in the corners as Cole slides up the track a little bit in turns 3 and 4. Yeah, but will keep his position. Battle for sixth right here.
I guess going for the pass.
These two have a history. These two have a history. In Season 2, the 5 lost a race to the 19 off of pit strategy, so these two have a history together, and you could definitely say they have a rivalry.
And Hee managed to suspend Igus.
But not for long, as these two will continue to battle it out. Up front, the Racer still hunting down the leader.
Yeah, these two have started to separate themselves from the rest of the pack.
We are already 1/4 of a way through this race. We're already like 56 laps in, which is kind of wild.
Yeah, you never know what can happen.
Melee Fox still getting a decent distance ahead of our leaders right now. There's Trolling and the Racer still battling it out. Hubris and Raccoon having their own little battle back here, but they're starting to spread out a little bit. Meanwhile,
Hubris starting to stray a bit away. And we have a very nice single file line. Well, never mind. But we had a very nice line going into this.
Squid Games Among Us. There's the 53 trying to make up positions again. Led 13 laps early on in this race, and now that most amount of laps led bonus has gone to Trolling in the 33. Because there's a 5-point bonus for leading the most laps, and 5 points for leading a lap, period. So getting those 10 points is critical.
I mean, yeah, anything that can help you pretty much guarantee a spot for the playoffs can be extremely helpful.
There's Doge
no matter how minor.
The Fontana winner also locked into the chase on points right now, running 31st, trying to get around Dumbcat in the 63. Is Bob the Builder, who finished runner-up at Milwaukee, trying to just do well, of course, in any capacity, as they are running not very great right now. And there's Daisy, who ran decent last week. Not too great, though. But the Racer has taken the lead away from Trolling while we were away. And is now running away with the lead. Could the Racer be the first cube this season to make it 2 wins in 1 season?
I really don't want to jinx it just yet, because we have more than half of a race to go, and as we can tell from early in this race, the front running is a curse.
But the 16 will get bonus points for leading those laps. Oh, we got an alert. Problems for the 20. That is Eggdog. Slow on the bottom of the apron in turns 1 and 2. Will they stop? I think they're going to be able to make it to pit road. No, they are on pit road.
Yeah.
Wonderful position.
What happened? Did like a fire?
Oh, it's just wheel 0. I forget what. Oh wait, that's probably the right front. So the right front wheel is probably down on that cube.
Oh.
And looks like they're gonna try and come in and fix it. They're gonna change the tires right now. Yep, it is the right front.
All right.
Because they're changing right side tires. But these are our 4 leaders right now, as they've made a bit of a breakaway from this group of 5 right here. I guess actually moved up to 6th. And so Retro is actually going to try.
This was pretty similar to what we saw before the yellow flag that we saw ring out.
Yeah, so whatever happens now, we're probably going to have another tire issue that... Oh, now the 20's coming off of pit road. Hopefully they don't LePage the field.
Oh, coming in, and
looks like they'll be fine, but we're still going to watch it, because I've seen crashes of them coming off of pit road, and watch out, Cole.
Bull almost gets
Holding up.
sidelined by that.
Holding up the
Forced to take
28
the
and the
outside.
21 of Sands Club.
Yeah, forced to take an outside line, which wasn't favorable because he was doing
But-
just fine against Sam's Club.
Here's the
But
thing. Eggdog is now has better tires and has more fuel than the rest of the field. So
Yeah, so
they
he's
have a different
probably
pit
gonna, at the very
strategy.
least.
And the 72 of Miku is also on a different strategy as well, and so is Melee Fox, but only by a few laps. But the biggest strategy difference right now is the 20 of Eggdog. So Eggdog might be able to capitalize later on, but they are 2 laps down right now, so that's
Yes, they need a lot. They have a lot of catching to do.
But Jinx, the 42, will be your last car winner of this race. I still need to make a statistic for that later on, but I'll probably do that over the weekend after we're done with Martinsville tomorrow.
That's going to be a fun race, because
Yeah,
that's also
that
going to be on
one-
Discord as well.
Yeah, that one will be streamed in the Discord because it is a hell race. And then the next week, we'll have Bristol, Talladega, and Dover all in one weekend, or 1 week. So that's going to be hell, the hell week. And after Dover, I believe, is Kansas, and that can have mixed results.
Well, the pack is kind of very calm at the moment. The racer is just running away with the lead at this point. But considering
1.5-second lead ahead of Hubris.
Yeah, but I'm not sure. Like, I don't want to jinx it, but Melee Fox was in this exact same position, and then he got an accident to him, so...
Well, Melee Fox is right here, so who knows? Maybe someone
Yeah.
left debris on the track and is waiting for the 16 to run over it. .45 of Raccoon needs a win to be qualified into the chase to be able to be eligible for the championship. Yeah, the Discord race is going to be good.
Yeah. Pretty even. So
Yeah,
far.
the lap times for these two leaders right now are about even. So, actually, Hubris gained a little bit, and so did Raccoon. Let's see if they gained this time.
Oh, Raccoon's going for the pass on the inside
No,
line.
they did not gain, but they'll be battling each other now, so they definitely won't
And
be gaining
Raccoon
anything.
with a clean pass.
Yes, absolutely. Raccoon made a clean move on the inside and will take second place away and is now looking to get back in the lead.
Takes the line, takes the second place. You want to see this further back, see what's going on back there?
Yeah, sure, we can totally do that. Not a lot of battles going on back here.
Things are pretty... Yeah, like I said,
Bob the
everything
Builder and
pretty
Meloetta is the only battle right now for 29th.
Oh, and Squidward and Fear are also battling.
Yep, Squidward and Fear, the 10 and the 13 battling each other. There's Dumb Cat who fell back a little bit. There's Daisy, and the last cube in the pack, which is Omori Cube, or Omori Senior. Actually, Melee Fox is catching up to this pack, so Melee Fox will be able to battle for position pretty soon.
Yeah. He's in a pretty good spot, looks like.
He's running faster times than most of that field. If I'm looking at the other side of the ticker, and he is running like 3/10 faster times, so he's flying.
Yeah, he's going to be fighting to get back up.
Eggdog actually ran the fastest lap that lap because Eggdog is on fresher tires, so...
See if it lasts.
Actually, we have a new fastest lap. It's 21.9 by Trolling, who has now done the fastest lap of the race.
Where is Trolling?
Under fire. Oh, wow. Big battle here in the top 10.
Oh, yeah. He's dropped hard. He was, like, in the lead at one point, lost to the racer, and then started falling back
about to go 3 wide.
Oh, 3 wide.
Yes, they will contact on the back straightaway.
We got contact.
Contact. They're still hooked to each other.
They are connecting to each other. I'm surprised we didn't see a wreck there.
I'm surprised the 19 didn't get turned there. That was almost disaster for the 19.
That was oof.
I did not like that.
Yeah, don't want to go 3 wide on a short track like this.
Absolutely.
Martinsville's even worse on that front.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But then Hubris still getting a bit of a distance ahead of these cubes who are battling each other now. And then the 45 who has a bit of distance ahead of Hubris. Well, I'd say a bit of distance. Yeah, it's a pretty decent size of distance.
Pretty good distance. Things are spreading out here, so...
Meanwhile, Pecorine and Kubendorf, who is having a good run in 12th, trying to battle Pecorine for 11th. Imposter started in mid-pack, is now running 13th, and having a pretty decent run. The Shadow the Hedgehog.
I can't believe Imposter and Among Us placed next to each other on the qualifier.
Shadow the Hedgehog started in the top 20, is now running 14th. Actually, that was in the original qualifying thing I had to do, but since I ran a race at Richmond in the other series I had to do, I had to cancel that qualifying order.
Okay.
So now I had to set a new qualifying order after that. I believe the pole sitter for that was Eggdog, I think. I think it was Beefy actually who was the pole in the original qualifying run.
All right. Oh, I think Shadow's battling with somebody.
Yeah, Shadow's under fire from, I believe that is Eggdog.
Yeah.
But Eggdog's a lap down, so that doesn't even matter for position. But since Shadow's being raced by Eggdog, that could allow Cole to come up and pass him real quick. Yeah, right now the leaders have all started to abandon each other for position. But yeah, they're all starting to get pretty scarce. Trying to not turn each other like what happened in turn 2. Cubendorf making a move on Pecorine now for the 11th spot. Ooh, it's going to lose some position there. And now it's under fire from the 34 of Imposter.
He did not have enough speed.
Yeah, it won't be long until these cubes start battling each other for positions again, because they're so close. Like, Sanic is just right behind No Maidens, and No Maidens is right behind Igus, and Igus is right behind Trolling as the 19 slid up in turn 2 a little bit. It's going to lose some momentum to No Maidens. Oh, someone's battling Shadow back there. It's Eggdog again, trying to make a pass on those fresher tires, and Eggdog will get by.
And Cole's
and here comes Cole, like I said earlier.
Yeah,
Eggdog battling Shadow.
To take the inside.
Eggdog battling Shadow allowed Cole to come on the inside, and here he comes for that 13th spot, or 14th spot.
Up, and he takes it. He gets the speed.
A good pass from the 28, and now Eggdog passing Imposter as well. Finally finding that speed with those fresher tires. Is now 6/10 faster than everyone else around him, so that shows you how tires really work at this track.
Yeah. The group are keeping it pretty even here in that corner, but how long will that last?
The racer's still making some momentum ahead of the rest of the pack. Doing pretty good so far.
Catching up to someone.
He's catching up to Melee Fox a little bit. Ran a faster lap than Melee Fox, actually, so I think the tires on the 92 are starting to wear down.
Yeah, I think that was...
Because he didn't pit
earlier.
He didn't pit under the caution, so he's definitely got worse tires than everyone else, because he pitted early before the caution came out.
Yeah, and now it's starting to cost him, and he might have to pit at this point.
So Retro is actually going to be in the top 5 for the first time in a while, actually. I think since Daytona or Fontana. Ooh, Eggdog slid up the track, and Cubendorf is going to keep his position for now.
That's going to cost him some speed as Imposter comes up from behind with Cole and Shadow trailing.
Meanwhile, you got a little battle back here between Pac-Mobile and Dragalia. Lost both, battling for the 19th position.
Yep. The Sheepmobile was battling with Among Us and I think another car.
Yeah, Among Us and the 53 battling with Sheepmobile, having a pretty decent run. Really needs more than a decent run, considering they had like 4 DNFs in a row at the start of the season.
Yeah, they just haven't had a good season at all. They did up to the first race, didn't place well in the second. I don't think they really had a top 10 position at all. Yeah,
Sheepmobile was involved in that crash that involved your cube as well at Daytona, then was involved in the big one at Fontana, so not a good start to the season, but after that finish at Milwaukee, there's definitely some promise, especially for these short tracks.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of cars that struggled on the super speed on those bigger tracks are now starting to do a lot better on these shorter.
It just depends on their ratings and how well they did with their ratings. But yeah, now this lead group right here is starting to thin out a little bit, or fan out. The only battle between our leaders right now is between the 19 and the 31, but calling that a battle is a bit of an overstatement.
Yeah, and Sanic's about losing a bit of ground as he tries to keep up. Racer is actually pretty close to Melee Fox right now.
Trolling has actually fallen off quite a bit since he lost the lead.
He's now behind Sanic.
Also, the racer in the 16 has now got the most laps led bonus, so that's new. And now catching up to Melee Fox to try and put him back a lap down.
How However, Melee Fox, if he plays his cards right, could slow down.
Uh-oh, lap traffic is up ahead.
Yeah, that's gonna be painful because that's gonna allow the rest of the leaders to catch up with the racer. And
If
that
you
could
remember,
prove disastrous.
if you remember Milwaukee, so when Hubris was leading, when the lap traffic came through, Hubris had no problem cutting through those lap cars and getting them a lap down. But let's see if the racer can do the same.
Yeah, I think he's taking it slow. As Melee Fox just outpacing him. In fact, I think he got a bit faster as he's catching up to Amori Senior.
Not a lot of battles in the top 10 right now.
Yeah, I think everyone else is pretty calm right now. There's not a lot of fights going on. I think everyone's just more or less battling for position.
They last pitted around lap 31, which was when the caution came out. So I'd say they probably start pitting around lap 110 or 120.
Yeah. So they're going to be pitting soon.
And if they do that, they'll probably be able to make it on fuel.
Whoop! Oh, Melee Fox and the racer have gone around Amori Senior.
Yeah, and Amori Senior will be the first cube to go a lap down under green.
Yeah. Melee Fox has surprisingly held off the racer surprisingly well. In fact, he's even using this as a speed boost to catch up further in the pack.
Yep, he might actually use the 16 as a pick to pass these cubes for position.
I think he slipped up a bit in that turn.
And the 45 of Raccoon actually gained some position there by letting these cubes right here battle each other for lap position.
The racer, while still being fast, he's still being slowed down by the lap traffic, and that's going to allow the rest of the leaders to eventually start catching up with him, especially as they're going to start pitting on green off the. Thought he was going to go for the racer was going to go for.
Oh, so Retro and McQueen back there are battling for position. So Retro's going to try and go for fourth, and he will easily get around McQueen for fourth.
Yeah, he was already leading going into the corner. So that was no surprise. Mori Senior is losing a lot of speed.
Raccoon is actually gaining on the racer because Raccoon's margin between the leaders actually shrunken down quite a bit. They ran, much faster lap time. So the racer is definitely being held up by the lap traffic right now.
Fox once again using the racer to help push under. The racer slips up a bit. He loses a lot of speed.
We got an alert on the chat box. It's the 4. That's Kubendorf with an engine failure.
No.
Same problem as Jinx. Will he stop on the apron? No, he will not. But problems for the 4.
No, he's not hitting the bank this time. So will he live?
I think he will. I think he'll be. Well, he's got a 0.5, so he might DNF, but who knows?
Yeah, who knows? Fear is battling out.
Yeah, Daisy and Melee Fox back there.
Actually,
help the racer. Oh, we got to go back to the racer because he was battling.
Yeah, I think he took the inside. He's gonna lap Melee Fox.
Here he comes, trying to get around Melee Fox, and he will.
Melee Fox. He tried to hold him off, but he just couldn't do it for long, especially on those old tires. But he's still fighting. He's still fighting the racer.
Kubendorf is out of the race. Out of the race with the gearbox failure. Yep, Kubendorf
that's kind of sad. They haven't really. They were doing pretty well in this race, and now it just fell back. And suddenly that happened.
A gearbox failure for the 4 puts them out of the race. That's our 4th DNF of the race so far, and we aren't even halfway done. Well, we are now, but I'd say that failure is probably around lap 99. Still got a lot of lap traffic to get around, as now the racer is caught up to the 10 of Squidward, but look who's catching up now. It's the 45 of Raccoon, but he's got a lot of lap traffic to pass.
Yeah. Hubris is also coming up, as is the rest of the leaders.
And
Melee Fox is still chasing after the racer, trying to get his lap position back.
Well, if a caution comes out, he would be stuck behind the leaders, but if the caution came out now, everyone up at Squid Games would be fine.
But the racer is taking a lot of inside line. That's really helping him out because like we said before, the inside line is extremely good here. So he might end up lapping. Yeah, looks like he's about to lap Squid Games, Doge, is just barely able to keep him out of reaching too far.
Very similar to what, very similar to what Hubris was doing at Milwaukee.
And wait, I think that's it. Will that force Racer on the outside? No, he's fine.
Ooh, Melee Fox getting right on the back bumper at the 16.
Yeah,
trying to force him out of the line.
He is not happy with losing his position.
But he is slicing through the lap cars. The Raccoon is too, now trying to get around the two of Amori Sr. And Doge will now get pushed out of the way. And Melee Fox is continuing to gain more positions. It's a mutual agreement between the leader and the lapper here, but now there's a bit of clean air until they get to Fear in the 13.
Yeah, I don't think Melee Fox is probably gonna pull anything. I feel like his tires are too worn in order to take the inside line. Though,
yeah,
if he does it, he'll have to do it like right before they start to hit.
It all depends on when they're going to start coming down pit road, which should be relatively soon.
All of them are doing. Raccoon has already made up a good amount of positions, so not much else.
Still gotta get around Squidward, Daisy, Squid Games, Doge Cube, Dumbcat, and Melee Fox.
Melee Fox is still going for a racer. Everyone else is starting to drop off his speed, but Melee Fox is not one to drop off his
speed. There's Hubris getting around these lap cubes as well, being caught in lap traffic, and next up, So Retro will be the next one to fall behind. Followed by McQueen, who is now in 5th, and I guess 6th, and he is falling back to 7th.
No Maiden falling close behind, followed then by Sanic, and it looks like BB's all alone.
BB is all alone where they are right now, 13th.
Which is actually pretty good considering.
Pecorine and Shadow. Yeah, Pecorine and Shadow now battling it out for position, but further back, it looks like Fear is trying to get around Gun.
Yeah,
I haven't talked about Gun all race. Gun has been just kind of there.
Yeah, I haven't really seen a lot of them. I think he just kind of been stuck in the middle of the pack for most of the race, and haven't really done much.
Gun is actually the points leader right now, and this is not a good run for our current points leader.
Yeah. Kind of a shame. I guess, I don't think they did too well last race, did they?
I don't remember, but Among Us, the 53, was the points leader coming into Milwaukee, and they had a bad run, so I guess the points leader curse is carrying over here to Gun.
Yeah, that's probably what's going on here. As Racer and Melee Fox are catching up to them.
Absolutely.
But Racer and Melee Fox both got to pit pretty soon, as with pretty much the rest of the pack. They can only keep this up for so long before something
Melee Fox, Melee Fox, Melee Fox, Miku, and Eggdog are all off cycle compared to everyone else.
Yeah, it looks like Racer's taking the inside line, taking care of Gun, and Melee Fox is going to use that opportunity to also try and get a pass zone.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's Sheepmobile and 2 cubes that are battling for points right now. They're battling for the championships. Sheepmobile and Bloodclot battling for position, and Sheepmobile is going to get away for the 24th spot. But there is our leader trying to put these 3 a lap down, then move on to Goots, who is running in 23rd, then Melawutta, then Among Us, then Omori Jr. Raccoon is now all in clean air all by themselves.
Oh, Racer's on the outside line.
Oh yeah, getting forced out of the way by Melee Fox.
Passing him. He wants to get his position back. He's pushing Fear ahead just in order to give himself the lap.
But the Racer is faster than Fear on the inside line because the Racer is just generally a faster cube, and here he comes, trying past the 11 for a lap position to put him a lap down. Gonna be close as the 11's still blocking for right now, but Sheepmobile has actually gotten away. It is now in clean air themselves. But now stuck between 2 different lap cars.
And Melee Fox forced on the outside.
Oh wow, Hubris getting really close to Squid Games there.
Yeah, getting close to make a pass.
Actually, all this lead pack is trying to...
Yeah, all the lead pack is pretty much caught up.
Yeah, basically.
But I'm not sure it's going to matter too much, since I feel like most of it's going to start... like you said, going to start hitting.
Yeah, so Retro gets around Squid Games very easily. Actually, now catching up to Hubris a little bit. Could potentially pass Hubris. Oh, wow.
Wow, blows fast.
Very close to the 07, and is now going to try and make a pass. Here comes So Retro.
This might be his race. It's like, he may
He
not
might
be
be
in the
him.
lead, but this I think has probably been his best race so far.
He might be him. Absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah,
this is So Retro's best race here at Richmond. But still has a long way to go to get up to Raccoon, but they're still battling. But So Retro will easily get around Hubris for the 3rd position. And here comes McQueen to get around Doge Cube, and McQueen's going to try and get some spots as well.
let's see where Racer is at the moment.
Raccoon actually not doing too bad. Still, actually has gained a little bit on the Racer. All he has to pass. Oh, Eggdog actually battling with Raccoon for the position. Eggdog has actually been gaining positions because Eggdog actually has better tires than the majority of the field right now.
Yeah, because he got pitted after that accident. Or well,
Definitely going to put a wedge in Raccoon's plans to get back up to the front.
Oh, and Racer is taking the inside line. He's going to pass.
Yep, he's going to pass Bloodclot for that lap position, running 25th. Now.
And I think Melee Fox also going to try for that.
Ooh, Eggdog's putting the block on Raccoon and is now going to help Raccoon push the 47 of Gun out of the way.
Yep, that's going to be a lap. And now he's closing in on Fear. So Retro's behind a few. Who's not making a pass yet.
Still 3 seconds behind Raccoon, but doing the best they can to wait out for pit stops in case something happens there.
Yeah, Fear and Bloodclot get stuck up on that outside lane because of their battle with Eraser, and that's just going to cost them in the long run. And as Gun's now making moves.
Knowing that this is a short track, they will have an incident on pit road or coming out of pit road because this track is so small. It just depends on how many of them come to pit road at first.
Oh.
It's now lap 121, so I think this is the minimum amount of when they can start coming down pit road. So I believe the window is now open for them to come down.
I wonder who's going to make that first.
Raccoon has closed the gap down to about a second. But let's see if he can actually pass the Racer after coming off of pit road. It just depends on how fast they are with those tires. If they pit now, they will be able to make it to the end on fuel, which is nice.
Yeah.
Because they'll have like 80 laps on their tires, and they've gone definitely more than 80 laps right now. They're actually about to go 100 if they make it to 130.
But I don't think they're really going to do that at this rate. Cheat will be lapped. I think that's Goose about to be lapped as well.
Goose, yes,
so
Goose is about to be lapped.
Racer is just lapping and lapping.
Then it's a long way out to Meloetta, then Omori Jr., Among Us, and Gallia lost.
Yeah, I think that might be like the last major lap that Racer does before they pit. Because I feel like at this point, they know that they aren't likely going to make it.
Well, he's on the bottom lane, so who knows? Well, you gotta commit.
He is, and he's getting boosted by Eggdog.
They should start to commit to come on pit road while they're on the backstretch. So once they merge down, no one's on the wall. But the 20 is definitely on better tires right now than the 16.
Yeah, trick of the eye.
Ooh, almost went 3 wide.
Eggdog takes the inside line. It's gonna pass the Racer.
Yep.
And Melee Fox almost makes the same thing.
Gets one of their laps back.
They are not able to get the pass on the inside line. Sheepmobile holds off Raccoon.
Raccoon almost went 3 wide.
Yeah, almost went 3 wide on that turn.
Oh, we got that one. Looks like they're starting to come down pit road. Yep, the 01 of Squid Games is on pit road.
Yeah.
Coming down for tires and fuel. So, yep, green flag pit stops have officially begun. And we'll switch to our second pit road cam, see if we can see anyone. There's Bloodclot, there's Daisy, there's So Retro, our first leader. Hubris Sanic is coming down. Ooh, a little bit of contact between Goots and I believe that was Squid Games on pit road.
Oof. Alright, let's see.
Well, McQueen's on pit road as well. I guess? No, that's Squid Games. BV's on pit road. BV actually started up front. There's
Packmobiles. Squidward.
There's Meloetta. There's Dragalia lost. The Racer's on pit road. And Melee Fox is as well. No maidens, I guess. Looks like everyone's coming down now.
I think everyone's just in now.
McQueen,
actually,
I believe.
McQueen.
I believe Raccoon is not pitted yet. Let me double check. Raccoon is just now pitted. Actually, we can look and see who comes off first. Raceland is now off. There's Dragalia lost. And, oh, it's going to be close between Melee Fox and... Oh, Hubris is actually going to come out second off of pit road.
Ooh, that's good for them.
And Raccoon's going to come out third. Fourth will be, I believe, no Maidens. Then Igus will be in the top 5. Actually, McQueen might actually be in the top 5 now. Or top 5 again, alongside Squid Game. Actually, Squid Game's the lap down, but we'll have to look and see.
Ooh, but Egg Dog's on the outside line, so Retro and Blood are going to pass him up.
Among Us is on pit road. He was the last cube to pit, so now we got to wait for the racer to cycle around and pass them. But right now, the racer would be your leader.
I think they're looking for their second win, yeah. And we're already halfway through the race, and they're pretty good so far. Again,
wait, Hubris is 23rd. What?
Oh, what?
Hubris must have had a problem on pit road.
Ooh, break. Wait, what position? Wait, the Racer is still first, right?
Racer is still in first. That means Raccoon is still in second. So Hubris must have had an issue on pit road.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, they're a lap down now, which really sucks for that team. So yeah. Retro now in third. Looks like the 20 of Eggdog is now in fourth. Oh, because he's off cycle, but he's slower than everyone else.
Yeah, he's slower, so he's probably gonna pit soon. But they allowed him to, at the very least, get on lap.
Yeah, he needs to get to the bottom lane before he can pit first. So he's got to allow everyone else to pass him, so he can actually get back there. But McQueen,
if that happens, he can pit and still remain on lap.
McQueen would actually still be next in sixth. And here's a battle for actual position. Igus in the 19 trying to battle McQueen for position. There's BV, who is a lap down.
A lot of these racers are lap down because of, well, a racer in first. He was leading by quite a bit.
3 seconds ahead of Raccoon, but I believe Raccoon is in clean air now.
Yeah, I think he's close enough. Close enough.
No, never mind.
Yeah, I think he's stuck behind traffic.
Actually lapped some cubes while during the pit cycle, so now all he has to do is lap Dragalia Lawson. Actually, he's lapped cubes in the top 20 now, so that's interesting.
He's lapped half the racers.
Oh, a potential battle for second here. So Retro and Raccoon battling for a position. Ooh, so Retro washes up a little bit in the corner, is going to lose some momentum.
That's going to cost him some speed.
Absolutely.
See what affects him coming out. Sanic battling with Squid Games.
Actually, Sanic probably profited the most off of those pit stops. Went from the outside of the top 10 to 4th. And so did No Maidens, who is now in the top 10. Or, yeah, back in the top 10. Then Igus in 6th. Then the 34 of Imposter, who's now in 7th. Got some good spots off of pit road. Then McQueen in 8th. Eggdog has fallen to 9th, and Hee 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 Ha rounds up the top 10, followed by Trolling. Then Cole still in 12th. 13th is Racelin, who actually gained a lot of spots. Packmobile 14th. Peccary in 15th. Shadow now in 16th. Sands Club in 17th. And there's a battle for...
Yep, and Racer is going to hit the inside, and I think they're just going to take that. Another lap car added to the list. Because, honestly, the Racer seems to be lapping pretty much almost every car.
Also, as of right now, after the Racer crosses the line, no one will be able to lead more laps than the Racer today, except for Trolling. If Trolling gets back out in the lead right now and leads some more laps until the end, then Trolling will pass the Racer for most amount of laps led. But as of right now, it looks like the Racer's going to lock up those 5 bonus points for leading the most laps.
Honestly, I feel like that's kind of a guarantee at this rate. The Racer is cruising to a really good finish at this rate.
Yeah, everyone's going to be able to finish.
I definitely feel like he might be the first car to get 2 wins.
The Racer is absolutely going to have a good race today. Knock on wood. But yeah, everyone else is currently in the same cycle, and they all will be able to make it on fuel and tires. Except for Miku, who has not pitted yet, I don't think. Miku and Eggdog have not pitted yet, I don't think. I mean, Miku probably has, because Miku is only a little bit off cycle. But Eggdog has fallen off quite a bit. Oh, now Eggdog's coming on pit road.
Yep, alright, there he goes. Now he's going to have to pit. Lose a lap on green.
Ooh, a bit of battle right here. BB and McQueen are getting around Igus for the 7th and 8th positions.
Looks like a pretty clean race now.
They are side by side in turns 1 and 2. Agus washes up the track and is now going to lose a spot. Or not really a spot, but it's going to be held up by Omori Sr. in 2.
Oh,
They're
is
still
that
side by side.
there's someone in the chat? Is that Eggdog coming off pit road?
Probably. Yep, it is the 20 on pit road.
All right.
Yep,
Nope, there he is.
Coming off of pit road
There he goes. Call back. I think he's a lap down. Actually, no. Is he a lap down?
I believe he will be. Yes.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, he's a lap down now.
2 down.
So 2 down.
No Maidens has passed Sanic for the 4th position. Actually, the 45 of Raccoon and the 08 of So Retro are actually catching up to the Racer.
Oh, yeah, So Retro, this is a very good race for him, especially for that team who has not done particularly well all season, and now they're getting like a really good run here at Richmond.
Their only top 10 this season, I think, is at Daytona, so where they won. Short track Merchant in the works. Also, Gun and No Maidens are battling, but that is not for position. That is just a little bit of tomfoolery.
Yeah, Gun's gonna take the outside line.
So Retro now losing a little bit of momentum to the 45 of Raccoon, and it's going to be held up by Daisy. But now the Racer has passed Omori Jr., now trying to get past Dragalia Lost, who has moved up to 17th. Then a bit of clean air before.
Oh, did they take back their unlock? Did they unlock themselves?
No, they did not. Dragalia Lost was not a lap down prior.
Ah, okay.
But yeah, now the Racer has locked up the most laps led bonus.
Yep. All right, that's locked down, so it looked like they're gonna get a lot of points
at
here.
87 laps led so far.
Yep, guaranteed. All right.
It just depends on if we don't have another issue like with what happened to Jinx, where he stops in the middle of the track.
So Retro looks to be passing Daisy Cube, and yep, now he's no longer hindered by the lap car, and now he's catching up Fake Raccoon. He's being held up by Among Us and Omori Jr.
Absolutely.
Well, he gets under Omori Jr.
These two are definitely causing issues for our leader right now. I believe BV is actually a lap down now too. So BV and Hubris must have had issues on pit road.
Yeah, so such is life.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. And the Racer is just cruising down. Melee Fox, once again, being back on the Racer's trail, as he always is.
Yeah, passing all these cubes. Actually, he's now back up to 18th.
Yeah, if he
gets back ahead,
has definitely made a bit of a comeback after their incident earlier in the race. They've definitely made it back up to the top 20.
But Sheepmobile is right there, waiting to get a pass in the 19th position.
Yeah, but Melee Fox holding them off now as Hubris, followed by Raccoon. And the Racer is unable to find an opening to pass Dragalia Lost and lap them.
Yeah, Dragalia Lost is doing a really good job at holding off our leader right now. Same thing that the 11 of Bloodclot did, but Bloodclot eventually got passed, and now here comes the 25 to hold off for an indeterminate amount of time. Who knows, but it'll happen eventually.
The Racer is inevitable. He will be lapped. There is no stopping it.
This is true. Now gains a little bit of momentum on the 25, but there's a big old line right behind our leaders right now.
Yeah, it's like the Racer really needs to make a move. But if they do, like, open up the inside line, that's just an invitation for the rest of the pack to open up. And Melee Fox taking the inside line.
Also, since Gun is having a pretty bad points day, I believe our new points leader after this race ends might actually be the 34 of Imposter.
Melee Fox still holding on to the inside line. He's going to pass the race and put himself back on the lead lap.
Yep, all he needs now is a caution.
Do the same.
If a caution comes out, Melee Fox will be able to battle with the leaders once again. And Sheepmobile. And here comes a battle for the lead. Here comes Raccoon. Out of nowhere.
the racer just got held up, and Melee Fox took an opportunity to open up the inside line, which opened up a lot of other racers to go up for the pass.
And Raccoon is back out front, leads their 5th lap of the race. And Among Us in the 53 is going to help push, and the racer is stuck on the outside lane.
And they're stuck, and
here comes So Retro as well.
Hubris or one of the other racers behind him will probably keep opening up that line.
Still stuck on the outside.
Yeah, he's still stuck on the inside line by Among Us. Oh,
wow,
and now I think
Among Us ran a really good lap that last lap.
Yeah, that was a really good lap. And it's still open, and Hubris is now making the pass under him. And So Retro's now looking to also get a pass as well. The racer he still hasn't closed up the inside line. Oh, Retro's still there.
The 16 was not cleared. Here comes the 08 for second.
So the racer is losing positions after losing the inside line once and getting opened up by Melee Fox, and that's what happened.
That's what happened to Chow. That's what happened to Chow Cube at the start. They were stuck on the outside line. And
as soon as they got put on the outside line, they just could not find an opportunity to get put back into it. So they just continued to lose positions, and it looks like the racer is experiencing that right now. So now I think they finally close it up after Mori Jr. failed to pass.
No, then the next cube behind them is No Maidens, followed by Sanic, then Imposter, then B. Actually, no, B's a lap down. Then McQueen, and then Igus, then Hee then Trolling will round out your top 10. And Cole is actually back up to 11th now. So he must have passed some cubes on the way. But Raccoon is now running away with a tiny bit of a lead. But Sir Retro is really fast right now.
Yeah.
We might see a battle between those two at the end.
Alright. Looks like So Retro's got to get past Hubris. They don't want to open themselves up as they wash up a bit, allowing the racer to catch up. But they're going to try and make it an inside pass.
Yeah, Raccoon's running really fast laps right now, running 2 or 3 tenths faster than everyone else in this lead pack. The racer actually getting a bit of momentum once again. Might make a run on Sir Retro right here in turns 1 and 2.
He tries it. Oh, it goes bumper. But not enough to pat. Not enough to clear that inside line.
Yeah, not enough for sure. Still looking to get a run on the outside lane. And here comes Amori Jr. with that draft. Is Amori Jr. going to try and make a pass?
I think he is. I think he is.
Here he comes. Moves him to the outside.
Him to the outside. And he's almost made the pass, but the racer is going to lose some speed because of being forced to the outside line, allowing So Retro to get away.
Still side by side in turns 3 and 4, and So Retro must have a problem. They are very slow right now, losing some spots.
They kept. I think they just lost a lot of momentum after leading for so long that now they're just starting to lose the momentum they kept up for so long that it's hard for them to continue going. So Raccoon is the current leader, but So Retro is catching up. So if he gets past Jordalia Loss, he might be able to battle for the lead.
Yeah, Raccoon also, similar to Sheepmobile, has had a pretty lackluster start to the season, but had a good run at Milwaukee last race as well.
No.
Alright, and we're back. I got jump scared by a family member who just got home.
Oof.
Not really jump scared, but you know what I mean. Alright, so we are back. So Retro and the Racer are still somewhat battling for position, but they've got 2 lap cars sandwiched in between. also battling for position as Dragalia Lost is falling outside of the top 20 for the first time in this
Yeah.
race.
The Racer, I think, has fallen back, but I think they're going to try and go for the inside.
And there's this
Yeah,
little pack
this
right
group.
here. Melee Fox trying to get around. Oh my god, what a run by the 45. Catches right up to the back bumper of Melee Fox.
Gonna lose.
Losing a lap to the 45.
Yeah.
Melee Fox still side by side with Sands Club, Sands Club actually probably having their best run of the year so far. Another lackluster season for that team, but the top 20 finish would be great for that team right now. But Melee Fox is trying to put an end to that for sure. Then Shadow the Hedgehog rounding out the top 15. And now Raccoon with all these lap cubes in between. Wow, the 30 had a massive run.
Cube.
Turns 1 and 2. And is going to easily get around the 21. What a run by Sheepmobile. Running 18th right now, about to get theirs. Actually, they finished 17th at Milwaukee, so if they manage to get a couple more spots, they'd get their best finish of the season. So that'd be 2 good top 20 finishes for the 30 in a row.
Which would be nice for that team, considering what's happened. So
yeah, they're currently last in points out of all the cubes that have completed all the races so far. And now Raccoon getting around Shadow the Hedgehog, put him a lap down.
We're just seeing a lot of lap cars here at Redmond.
Oh wow, Raceland in the 80 lost a lot of speed in turns 1 and 2, as they're going to lose the spot to the 45 as well. Melee Fox is putting on a clinic right now. If they didn't have that issue, they'd probably be dominating the race right now. But all
they
drama
definitely
and chaos,
would, honestly.
They're back in the top 15, which is a great recovery. And they're still on the lead lap, so if a caution comes out, they'd be able to line up with the leaders on the outside line and potentially battle for a top 10. Actually, they might still be able to battle for a top 10, as the last cube in the top 10 is the 5, hee-hee-haw, right over here. Which they can probably get to in about 30 laps, because that's about all we have left.
Oh, they're going for the inside against Packmobile.
Packmobile about to go lap down. Oh, 45 slides up the track.
Yeah, that slide up at the track, that's going to lose him some speed. Still going to be able to pass Packmobile, but that's awesome in the long run.
And this Sheepmobile in 30, trying to get around the 97.
Yeah, so it's not guaranteed, but Packmobile is lapped now when he's falling behind Sheepmobile.
Trying to get a lap back, actually, right on the back bumper. The 45 almost as a crossover move in the middle of the corner, but is going to hang in right behind. Oh, and the 45 slides up the track a little bit to the outside line. Definitely running way slower than they want to right now.
Yeah, they're just messing up a bit on the end.
But not much of a gain for the 08 either of So Retro in the 16. And
yeah, both of them
Shadow for position.
Looks like the lap cars are actually managing to overtake the people who lapped them.
For sure. As Raccoon and Melee Fox, as they work in tandem, Melee Fox has been running with the leaders pretty much all race, except just not in the reason that he wants to. But he could potentially get back up to a top 10 after all the chaos. And that'd be an amazing recovery, because they are the first cube to have an issue all race. Peck Green in the 18 would be next to go lap down. Still a bit of distance to get to them. Sheepmobile now in 14th. Running in the top 15 once again. Actually, Sheepmobile might be getting the draft off of Raccoon to try and get back up front. Coming down to 20 laps to go in a couple of runs here. And Raccoon is hoping for no yellow flags to end this race, because that would be a huge, huge issue. Meanwhile, our battle for the top 10 still pretty decent. These three have pretty much occupied the last bits of the top 10. Actually, the last cube of the top 10 right now is who's fallen off quite a bit from our lead pack. As McQueen gets around Squidward. There's Sanic and Imposter still battling with each other for some sort of position. You got Hubris and Omori Jr. battling for spots.
Nobody is going to make... so Sam's going to pass it up Among Us.
Yep, Sam's Club is going to get around the 53 of Among Us. And there's So Retro. Running pretty good. Actually, I think the 08 might be gaining a little bit. I think he gained a little bit of speed off of that. Oh, So Retro only has 1, 2, 3 lap cars to get past right now. Because
they'll be able to challenge Raccoon for the lead. He could take...
has no one to pass.
Take the lead. And, yeah, Raccoon's...
Oh, wow, his lap time was even that time. He did not gain or lose anything last lap. As here comes the 16 with a run in turns 1 and 2. The racer right on the back bumper of So Retro, looking to pass for that second position. Actually, the only one of the two has led laps is the 16, so the 16 will get more points regardless than the 08. And would also get the most laps led bonus, which is 10 points in total, which is very valuable, especially when that team is around 20th in points right now. But a cube that's probably even worse in points is the 45, who really needs this win to lock themselves into the chase and the fight for the championship at the end of the season. But right now, Raccoon is putting on a clinic with 15 laps to go here at Richmond. Where did he start? We'll have to look and see. He started in 3rd. Wow, so he's basically been up front the whole race. I tell you, the biggest loser of this race has to be Chow. Started 2nd, now running, not really running at all in 39th.
Yeah, they just got the other... Like, even before that accident, they were just getting passed over and over again and just could not find ground to catch up.
Actually, Melee Fox is catching up to the 0-0 of Doge Cube right now. Actually, Doge Cube's already a couple laps down, so it doesn't even matter right now. But Pecorine is the next cube that Melee Fox has to pass to get at least some sort of position. I don't even know if he can actually get to the 18 in time. He might, actually, in a few laps. But So Retro has actually... What did he gain last time? No, he did not. He lost 3/10 since the last time we checked.
Sam's Club is doing really good at holding him off.
The Raccoon will easily get around Doge Cube for position. Or not for position, but to put him a lap down. And that's another cube for the 45, for the 08 to pass, actually. Racer's still holding on to 3rd. No Maiden's still in 4th. Imposter is now in the top 5 as Sanic has fallen to 6th.
Who's just battling with Shadow?
That would be... Actually, no. Dragalia Lost and Racelin are battling for position right now. Shadow all by themselves. I believe they're battling with Goots, and here comes BV to try and pass Shadow for the 21st position. Easily gets around the 3. Some last-ditch efforts for points right now between some of our leaders.
Yeah.
As So Retro is now losing more and more time as Raccoon is running faster laps than the 08. Actually ran the fastest lap of the entire top 10 right now, so let's just say it looks pretty set in stone for the 45 if things continue to go pretty well.
Yeah, I think this is pretty much a Raccoon win.
Don't say that just yet. We still got 8 laps to go. Anything can happen. We saw what happened to Melee Fox. We saw what happened to Hubris last race.
That is true. You can never be too comfortable in the lead. And I think Raccoon is... He just need to play defensively from here on.
If Lightning McQueen... Oh, we got an alert on the chat box. It is the 63. That is Dumb Cat with an issue. No, they are not slowing down, but they might have to come down pit road later on.
Oof.
Actually, they're significantly slower than Bob the Builder right now.
Yeah, they are significantly slower.
About 10 miles per hour off the pace. So it looks like the 63 is going to try and come down pit road, but a bad break for that team. But he's being held up by the 01 of Squid Game, so it looks like he will not come down pit road this time.
Yeah, he's probably going to lose more positions because of Squid Games. Basically blocking him off of that. Unless his AI chooses to go down there, and might have a repeat of what happened back in the first race of the whole season.
Oh, yeah.
Where Blood Clot just tried to also go down pit.
And ended up taking out the 30.
Which ended up taking out half.
Almost
ended
half.
up doing a lot of damage to a good amount of the field.
But now the Raccoons got 2 cubes to battle with now. Melee Fox and Peckering in the 18. Melee Fox is actually in 12th. And now could potentially pass Cole towards the end of this race. But we got 5 to go this time by.
Yeah, he might have enough speed. As long as Raccoon doesn't goof.
Yeah, no goofs.
Yeah.
No Johns.
Goof.
And remember, no Johns. I believe Dumbcat actually has not come down pit road yet, so it might just be a issue that won't exactly affect the finish of that 63. So they will, as of right now, they will still finish 34th, 1 lap down. Actually, the last cube that is 1 lap down and about to go 2 down if they keep going slow. Yeah, there they are right there. So that just affects their speed right now, as they are 10
I think
miles
they're
off
just
the pace.
looking to just finish at this rate because they want to pick up at least some points.
Run it till it blows up.
Hopefully that doesn't backfire. Raccoon slides up a bit on the turn. They'll lose some speed there, but they're still keeping pretty even with Melee Fox. But they don't really have any competition.
No, not really.
At the now, because So Retro is too far away to really make any sort of moves. Melee Fox going on the inside of Dumb Cat.
3 to go this time. Actually, 2 to go. Well, yeah, it is 3 to go this time by.
Here we go.
Now it's past Dumb Cat, now trying to put Cole a lap down in 11th. And that means all of the field except for the top 10 will be a lap down, which is kind of sad, but oh well, it is what it is. Also, we've only had 4 leaders this whole race, which is kind of interesting.
And heading in on the final lap.
White flag this time by. Actually, the Raccoon already took the white flag, which I forgot to mention, but coming out of turn 4, Titans keep Raccoon's gonna win at Richmond and lock themselves into the chase for the championship, as they are championship eligible. And that's your race. So Retro is gonna come in 2nd, Racer is gonna come in 3rd, No Maiden's 4th, Imposter 5th, Sanic 6th, McQueen 7th, best run for McQueen this season. Trolling in his 8th, Igus is 9th, and the 5 of Hee Hee Ha is 10th, and that's your top 10 for this race. Should be R7. There we go. That's your race, and thank y'all for watching today. Thank Red for being in the booth. And I'm going to go ahead and end the stream, and we'll be back for Martinsville. So see y'all.
See you all tomorrow.
Yay! And there we go.